Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of 60 Minutes with Misc. This one I am so excited for because this is probably one of our highest profile guests that we've ever had. Let me quickly notify my Discord that we are live, and I will do some small introduction for our guest. I had a few of you make some predictions, and I will say one of you might have been right. Might have been. I'm not saying you were. This man has voice acted some of the most iconic characters in object shows, and he is currently a crew member for Inanimate Insanity. Everyone, please welcome Justin Chapman.
Whoa! Hello, everybody! I just noticed that on StreamYard I'm not signed in, so I don't have my profile picture, but we'll pretend it's there, you know? It maintains the realm of mystery for anyone who hasn't clicked on the video yet, and if they see like a little screen from the play. Hey, what's going on? Happy to be here.
I'm just wondering how Quagsire Lever always manages to get it right. Are my clues really that obvious?
I think we did a little round of applause. I mean, sharpest knife in the drawer. I mean, as far as I know, there's the knife in the community. I mean, no, there's other knives, I'm sure. Yeah. Send me your knife OCs.
If some of you guys might recognize the background music right now. It's the instrumental for the Inanimate Insanity Invitational, recap.
What a bop, right? When Liv first made it, I head exploded. Listened to it 1,000 times. Still do. Same. So talented. Oh my god.
I really liked it. I actually reached out to Olivia to congratulate her on such a great song, but never really heard back. Yo, Trollsy, thanks for the $2 dono.
Woo woo! And then just to clarify, because just to make sure that based on the comments in the chat that we're all clear. Hi everyone, my name is Justin. I'm a writer, director on Inanimate Insanity, and I voice act characters such as Knife and Silver Spoon and Paper and Meatpad and others. And I'm jazzed to be part of this best 60 minutes ever.
Yeah, so how this is going to work is I'm going to ask you a set of questions, and after I'm done, I'm going to pass it off to the chat, let them ask some questions. This is going to go for about an hour.
Let's do it.
If you guys are wondering how the hell I managed to get Justin, let's just say Justin joined me and my friends for a charity stream last weekend. We raised over $1,000 for Palestine, so if you guys could quickly go subscribe to the Cascade Collection, who set up the live stream, please do.
It's incredibly important work that they're doing there. Was honored to be able to take part in it. So absolutely subscribe if you can. Yay! And to Misc OSC.
So with our first question, we have: when did you join the object show community?
Oh gosh, I mean, it's a weird way to word join the object show community, because I mean it wasn't called object shows back then, you know. So Adam Katz, creator of Inanimate Insanity, he was doing a total drama camp, right? It was called Total Drama Epic, and I caught that on YouTube, and I got really into that. He had like a chat room that you could join before Discord was really taking off, that where you could play videos and stuff like that, type to other people, and we would watch BFDI all the time in there. So I mean, I became a fan of BFDI when that was the show back in 2010ish. So I guess the simple answer to your question is 2010. I guess I could have jumped straight to that. But whatchamacallit? So yeah, I mean, like then when II comes along and making an object show becomes a thing, then we get the name of the group, the community, and it's exploded since then. It's amazing.
So you were part of the OSC before the OSC even existed.
Yeah, I remember. I think I said this just last week on the Cascades live stream, but I believe I was saying the phrase object show pretty well before, like that was the common thing. Not to be like, I definitely was not the like first person to ever say it. I don't know who that was, but it's funny being like, oh yeah, it's been fun catching up on the object shows, and then eventually the phrase took off.
I usually have questions from the chat. Wait until later, but I like this one.
Okay. Okay.
When is Misc OSC coming back to II, the banana character?
Yeah, I mean, banana kind of rocks. I'd love to at least get a little bit of banana again in the future. Really. Well, I mean, Yin Yang is obviously one of our best characters, and Banana was up against pretty steep competition when it was viewer voting. Mm-hmm. Say again?
My next question for you is, pretty sure you already answered this in your last answer. What got you into the OSD? So like, when did you like what made you start working for Inanimate Insanity, pretty much?
Well, okay, so yeah, one half of the answer is BFDI was the object show at the time, the only one, and that got me into the community. But if you want to talk about how I got into II specifically, I was mentioning earlier, Adam had this Total Drama Epic camp. I really wanted to compete in it. I was able to, and like so I got to know Adam fairly well, and then around the time then he was posting the auditions for Inanimate Insanity. As far as I'm aware, I was the only person with prior voice acting experience because I was just doing other like web projects at the time. I was the only one with any voice acting experience who was auditioning to become a voice actor. So I was able to snag a couple roles that at the time. He gave me the moment I sent in the audition. He was like, "Your knife," and then like a month passes, and he goes, "I haven't found any roles for paper. You could be paper too." So then I'm hooked into the team, and then like maybe like late into season 1, I jump into the role of a writer as well, and it's stuck ever since. And it's been an incredible experience.
All right, lovely. So for me, what got me into the OSC was I saw like I was watching videos like random character eliminations. So I kept this thing called BFDI pop up, and I got curious. I was like, what the heck is BFDI? So I looked up on YouTube, watched episode 12 of BFB, and when I realized it was sort of like Total Drama, I was hooked immediately.
That's the thing. I think there's such an immediate draw to elimination style shows that are like really intense about their competitions. Like I think there's a magic to them. I would love to be a part of them forever. It's so fun.
All right, next up, what is your favorite object show besides Inanimate Insanity?
What? Oh gosh, there's so many. I've been on a real excellent entities kick lately. That shows a jam. You got, I mean, and like BFTI is going strong. Like it is crazy how many amazing episodes they could construct in such a short amount of time. So like it's, I am psyched whenever an episode comes out. But how about you? What's top of the line for you?
I'd definitely have to say HFJ1 simply because it's a masterpiece from a storytelling standpoint. And it actually brought us one of my new favorite songs, being Around the Bend.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. One is a big inspiration. I haven't mentioned on the complete opposite end of rich, deep storytelling, debatably, is Object Show 87, which is maybe the one I revisit the most. That one's very special to me.
I haven't yet watched Object Show 87. There was like a huge list of shows that I have yet to watch that are on my list. And
there's so many object shows. I feel ya.
Anyway, what do you think? Do you consider one to be a non-competition show, or like a mixture between a non-competition show and a competition show?
I mean, I'd say with anything, there's a spectrum to it, right? But I mean, one at its core is a show not about the results of a competition, but a show about the impacts of a competition. So I'd say it would, if you said you have to pick one, I'd say non-competition show.
It's more about
that plays with the ideas of a competition show, of course.
It's more about the characters than the game.
Of course, yeah.
Speaking of non-competition shows, what are your opinion on them? I know some of them get a lot of hate because they don't really follow the object show formula. But me personally, I'm a huge fan of them. What about you?
I mean, yeah, obviously competition shows is what got me into the community, but there's no reason that cute little animated objects with stick figure arms have to be beholden to the competition format. That would be a little ridiculous. So I say absolutely people should be making whatever it is they want, and I don't think there's anyone who's out there going, how dare you have this character lounge about and not participate in a competition. But obviously I suppose in this case it needs to be said, non-competition shows very rad.
All right, so this one might be a bit hard for you, but aside from your boss, Michael and Carrie, who is your favorite object show YouTuber?
I guess it depends what you mean by YouTuber. Because I am perpetually, and this might be an easy out because this person's also in the J&J field, but I'm perpetually inspired by Sam Thornberry, who is just so endlessly creative and clever with everything he does. Obviously, he hasn't been making his own individual content as of late, but he has such a long, expansive library that goes way, way, way back. So that comes to mind immediately.
The first person that comes to mind whenever I'm asked this question is probably my friend Hypercrystal, simply because Hypercrystal was one of the first object show YouTubers I've ever
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And I was actually surprised to figure out that I'm older than him.
Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, I'm at the point where I just kind of assume that I'm older than everyone else in the community at this point. I mean, when I joined the community, I was when I started watching BFDI, I was 12 years old. I was 13 years old, sure. And I'm more than double that now by a little bit. So I'm 27 years old and I'm turning into dust over here.
15 years old and I already have back issues.
Congratulations. Yeah, I mean, it helps to obviously sitting up straight is like a big deal. Is it like a posture thing, you think, or is it other issues?
It's mostly because my walk to and from school every day is grueling.
Oh gosh, yeah, no, I can imagine that.
It's uphill both ways somehow.
Usually people say that back in my day, but no, you actually live it. I'm impressed at the very least.
All right, so my next question for you: at what point did you realize that YouTube was your thing?
I that's fun. Well, YouTube. I've been in the weeds of YouTube since I was maybe, I'd say, 11 years old was when I made my YouTube account. So we're talking 2008-ish. All
right.
And pretty immediately, once I start finding that people can make narrative content on the internet, that's around the time I'm like, oh my gosh, this could be my jam. I love this. It used to be I was in the machinima community. For those who don't know what machinima is, that's when you use a video game to make a scripted piece of media. And then eventually I hop into the object show world. But pretty much always I'm like, there's something magical to YouTube in that you could create anything you want. You're not beholden to any rules that would apply to the network world, and you could be sloppy with it. You could be silly with it. You can make mistakes and bounce right back. And I think that's what's going to best craft you as a creative, as an artist. You know, the option of making so many silly things and then eventually growing in your craft over time, as opposed to like when you're in the big industry, you're making a movie, you're making the same one movie for 5 years and you're not really developing your craft. Maybe you're developing your people skills, but like it's YouTube's such a different world. I hope that answered the question. It's a ramble, but there you go.
Chat, I just want to quickly let you know, if I like sound different in this stream compared to the others, it's because 1, I don't have my microphone, and 2, I'm in a pantry.
Well, yeah, and that's fun. So congratulations. I think this is the perfect new setting for the show.
When I discovered that YouTube was my thing, it was when I released a YouTube short a couple years ago, back in 2022, and the short got 10,000 views in an hour. That was what gave me the motivation, since I wasn't expecting this channel to go anywhere.
Misc is in it for the views, everyone. You hear that? I'm kidding. This is a joke. Obviously, Misc cares deeply about all of you.
Considering how I had been trying with like various YouTube channels for the past like 7 years, when this one finally took off, I got so excited.
Yeah, congratulations. It looks like you have a great format going here. I like the vibe. 60 minutes with Misc. Like it rolls off the tongue. It's fun. You have a great StreamYard environment here. I love listening to the jams you're playing. It's a loop, but it's fun. Go on.
I'm currently waiting for one of my show's animators to have some free time so I can make like a full intro for this live stream series. Mm-hmm. But at the moment, no one has been able to.
Hey, it's one step at a time, right?
Yeah. All right. So, question 7: if you could do a collab with any OSC YouTuber, who would you choose?
I already used my Sam answer, so I'm gonna go. Yeah, I haven't done anything with Niall in a while. With Zany Leaves, I think that would be a really fun time. Haven't gotten to do any creative work really directly with Griffin. I think he'd be cool to work with. These are people that I've not been in touch with, or at least in a long time. But I'm like, yeah, I used to be a lot more drenched in like just chatting with fellow OSCers who are outside of like the BFTI bubble, but you know they are on those bubbles anyway. But yeah, right now, I've been really in the weeds of II, especially over the last year or so. But I'd love to do more collaborative work in and out of the OSC.
See circle animation stuff. I hope you have a good day.
Hooray!
When it comes to like me collabing with people, I'd have to say I would mainly choose to collaborate with someone like a person on YouTube, simply because I like their content style.
Okay, and that makes sense. You got to find something that you match up with, that you are passionate about, and I think that's what's gonna get the creative flow going.
Also, is it just me, or is it like in every single animation clip that I see from Zany Leaves?
Sure.
Is it just me, or is his character just so adorable in every single one?
Absolutely, every single time. I mean, and that's how it's always been with Niall. Niall has been able to make a character so immediately endearing, both in design and animation, since I met him back in 2012, 13, something like that. Like he's just so incredibly gifted.
When I first learned that he works with Haminations, I got so excited simply because Haminations is one of my favorite animators on YouTube.
Yeah, I feel like quite a few OSCers have been looped into Haminations, but I know Niall's really like taking a big step up there. Yeah, I don't even know who's still there, but
Zany Leaves in Yellow and Guru, I believe. This leads me to believe if Bryson watches object shows.
Right. I mean, maybe, or you know what? It's just like the outside businessy world. Like it's all networking. I'm sure if one OSC person steps into an office and the big boss says, "Hey, we're looking for more animators. Do you know anyone?" They're like, I have quite a few friends, and then they pull from the OSC. You know what I mean? Like that. That's how things work sometimes.
Yeah. All right. My next question for you: is there anything that you would do differently, and if so, what?
Wow. I mean, in terms of what we got II, we got life, we got my educational experience, we have my job outside of II. Like any direction that I could get here is a big plus.
in terms of your time on YouTube.
Gosh, I mean, like, yeah, I honestly, there's a part of me that's like, I wish I got into being an animator very early on, and I dabble in it here and there, but my experience is very, very limited. But then there's a part of me that goes, Justin, you don't like animating, and I'm like, but what if I could have been good at it? And so I mean, there's things like that where it's like developing a craft for early on, and obviously, the best thing you could do is start a craft as early as possible. And if you think you're too late right now, the answer is no. Right now is just the right time, because in 10 years from now, you'll be saying, oh, I should have started 10 years ago. So I'd say for anyone who's even like considering like it would be cool to be able to do this within the realm of the community or with anything else, now, right now.
Quickly posting something on Twitter about the stream. There we go. Question number 9. Out of all the object shows you watched, what character has been your favorite?
Favorite character in Profiley.
Nice choice, actually.
I am oh man, Profiley just brings me so much joy, so much life. I think the creation of that character is just such a stroke of genius.
He's the definition of a little goober.
A little goober. I mean, just so endlessly positive. Like, it's just so fun.
Me personally, a lot of people are going to say that my favorite character is overrated. Okay, I have to go with Pen.
Pen's a cool guy. I mean, like I think like his adventures in his Dreamscape are some of my favorite little gags ever in BFCI. Like,
I have to say his writing has greatly improved as the season has gone on.
Makes sense. I think he's just a pleasant guy to be around, and like one could say that he's one of the less eccentric characters. But there's a calming element to that in a world where so many of the characters are so bombastic in that sense.
My next question for you is: do you have an object OC, and if so, how did you come up with it?
I definitely not. I mean, here's the thing: when I think about characters, they just kind of end up in II. Like there's characters I pitched for II, but it's in my head. It's weird to call them OCs. People have made OCs for me. There was a whole thing where one person made a Justin chapstick, little blue, thing of chapstick. And then I retweeted it, and like 1,000 more pieces of people drawing it came in. So in a sense, that's my OC, but it was assigned to me, and I'm grateful for it, of course.
So you said that you pitched some characters to II. Care to enlighten us?
Oh, sure. I mean, I pitched so many characters. I mean, I wasn't able to really be doing pitches until Invitational. For instance, Candle was a pitch of mine. Blueberry is a pitch of mine. A bunch of characters who didn't make it. I mean, there was Onion, there was Shades, like Sunglasses Shades. We got Umbrella. I mean, like, maybe they'll pop up in the background one day, but
I think those are actually kind of interesting.
Yeah, they're fine. I mean, I've had so many since then that I would love to do something with in II or something else. But
I remember the one video that was made that was like secrets about II that you didn't know.
Sure, yeah.
I could see a sequel now.
Yeah, it's been a really, really long time since that's I think like a 2014 video or something like that. So I mean, like, we did an Inanimate Insanity podcast for our patrons when we had a Patreon that really details out the whole process of who pitched what character, and then like there was a voting system within the little directors group of who would get in, and maybe we'll put something out about that. or release the podcast or do something like that at some point. Anything to get the info out yet at some point would be fun.
All right. And my final question to you before I pass it on to the chat.
Sure.
What would you like to say to the OSC as a whole? What is one message that you would just like to put out there?
Make things immediately. And I know that's vague, but there's a saying, right? There's a very important saying: quality over quantity. Yes. Ignore that. Ignore that when you're starting, right? I think the best, and I kind of said this earlier, but it's always, I feel like, very important to reiterate, especially when we're in a community about creativity. Make so many things. Make something in 5 seconds. Make something in 1 day. Whatever it is, and make it constantly. If you want to be a storyteller, tell 10,000 stories. If you want to be an animator, complete from start to finish 1,000 animations in a week. I think that's how you're gonna be the best you can be in terms of your creative potential. And then once you get to a point where you've done the process of what you want to do 1,000 times, that's when you focus on the quality over quantity. Silly little thing. But sorry, what were you saying, Misc?
Now I just don't have to hate my old content style, which was literally just Google Slides presentations and clips from object shows.
Sure. Hey, yeah.
Justin Chapman himself endorses it.
I do. I endorse people making things that is low effort just to get a feel for how things work, and that's important. Everyone has to start somewhere. There's not a single person that anyone here looks up to that just naturally had it, from day one. You gotta do something to figure out how you want to go about things in life, creatively or otherwise.
I'd have to say, the first video that I ever released on this channel was literally just a clip from Inanimate Insanity Season 2, Episode 14.
What clip is that?
At least I think it was episode 14. It was the one where Microphone roasted Taco.
Oh, is that what you said to Pickle? Yeah, that's 14. Yep.
That was the first video I ever posted on this channel.
So see, you're learning at least the format of how YouTube works, even if you didn't make the video. You learned the process of editing that clip out of the episode and then being able to post it to the channel. There are steps. It's a step one, and it's awesome.
Chat, I just wanted to let you know I am currently working on a video. Me and my friend Alamist are currently doing a couple things for the video. I know it's been a while since I released actual quality content. But that's because I'm focusing on this one.
That makes sense. But good things are coming. I feel it. You're gonna rock it.
And I'm also planning on doing a part 2 to this upcoming video.
Ooh,
there are
a little tease there.
There are a few things that I want to do in this upcoming video that I just haven't been able to do because people have limits, and since Alamist is doing drawings for this video, I don't want to overload Alamist.
It's considerate of you. That it's just gonna lead to a better thing in the end.
No, Trollsy, it's not another Hunger Games. That will come in December. Don't worry. One video that I did was I took a bunch of OSC YouTubers and I put them all into a Hunger Games simulator. And I'm planning on doing that annually.
How did the last one go?
I came in 14th. Hypercrystal was the first one dead, and the winner was Zachary.
It adds up, unfortunately, for some, but luckily for others.
Unfortunately, Justin, you were not a contestant.
Well, there's always next time. I'm winning it next time.
So, I've asked my questions, so chat, it's your turn. Go ahead and ask some questions for Justin Chapman, and also Justin, will you be okay with doing some voice requests?
Yeah, let's do it. Maybe we'll limit the knife ones because it's allergy season. My throat's a little sore already. But I'm down for that. But ask me the crazy questions. I'll do it all.
Fair warning, my chat asks the weirdest questions you will ever see.
Lay it out. Let's hear it. I think challenge me. Tell me about your favorite things I've worked on. Tell me about your least favorite things I've worked on.
Cholsey is salty that he didn't win the Hunger Games last year.
I mean, listen, this is just gonna make for a better comeback story next time.
Yes. Alright, so, from Quagsire Lover 32, Justin, has anyone ever told you that you sound like Silver Spoon from II?
Yeah, I would love a scenario in which someone doesn't know that I'm the voice actor, but then is like, "Oh, you sound like the character." Because honestly, I don't think I sound that much like the character. And I remember I've played episodes for like family and stuff like that. I feel like people do not realize that I'm Silver. I think people who aren't used to hearing accents get really thrown off by them. Like it's a real disguise. Whereas I feel like I hear like friends with accents all the time, and like I sometimes forget about it. You know, it doesn't really grab me. Hello, my name is Silver Spoon. I sound nothing like Justin. If Silver said it, it must be true. He's never been wrong about anything.
We have a voice request from Speedy Blue Hedgehog. Can you say, "I love Garten of Banban" as paper?
I love Garten of Banban!
There you go, Speedy. Hope you enjoy that. If you want to clip that, go ahead. Speedy makes a lot of animations. He's actually one of my friends on Discord, so I already know he's going to clip that.
Sweet. Glad to hear it. Be talented.
From Just Your Local Golf Ball, how many contestants have you voiced?
Well, I mean, are we talking about just an II or in
I'm pretty sure like Object Show general.
Oh, shows in general. Okay, well, I voiced 4 contestants in II: Knife, Paper, Silver, Goo. This is gonna take a bit. I don't voice any contestants in the BFDI world. There's Gun, Object Mayhem. That one came to mind first, I guess. Zam is not a competitor in Waiting Room. There's Slice. There's Slice from Planet Hoppers. Why don't I voice? There's so many. Shoot. There's Globe and Badge in Object Tooniverse. There's I have to like really search my brain right now because I'm gonna forget some obvious ones. And probably like 10 more. Some of them are just so old that I haven't done in a while that I'm just blanking at the moment. But there's been a lot. I weirdly voice a lot of non-contesting characters in a lot of shows, I've noticed.
Yeah.
That's how it goes sometimes.
Rosie asks this question to every single one of my guests. Justin, have you ever played the hit mobile game My Singing Monsters?
No, I haven't heard of it, but you should tell me more about it. If you comment about it, I'll read it. Actually, well, you actually do say what it is in your comment. You could breed the monsters, feed them, listen to them sing. That sounds bananas, and I'm not just saying that because of who's the host right now.
All right. Oh, hello, Rio. Nice to see you pop in. In case you don't know who Rio Mations is, he is best known for his hit animated short series Skibbity Fiery.
Hi, the creator of Skibbity Fiery. My name is Justin.
Yeah.
Now we are properly acquainted.
Yes.
All right, everyone, ask your wackiest questions. Make Misc feel really embarrassed that I'm seeing them. I think that should be the goal.
Lovely. Voice request for Goo. Goo is just playing Rust and raging after getting trolled by Silver Spoon. Goo just says, "Hey, I bet you have no skibbity."
Hey, I bet you have no skibbity.
And then Silver Spoon gasps and dies somehow.
That sounds like a Goo noise, sorry, Silver noise.
Goo is I'd have to say Goo is probably my favorite out of the season 3 debuters.
The invitationalers. I love Goo. He just brings such a very calm joy to everything. He's just pleasant. He's silly. Opposite of Profiley that we mentioned earlier, who's just so hyper in how he exerts his positivity.
We've got one.
Their positivity.
We've got one voice request for Knife.
Ooh.
Say Skibbity Toilet is amazing. Oh my god.
It's important to me that you all know Skibbity Toilet is amazing!
Chat, clip that.
Happy day. Happy day.
Question from Unoriginal Goofer. Why?
Alright, well, because, I'm just a little guy.
I like how every single thing in the chat is, every single thing in the chat is literally just, voice requests. There's no actual questions here.
I would love questions. Questions are very good. But yeah, voice requests, feel free to send them my way. I'll try to not throw out my voice.
One of the most common formats that my chat asks is what is your opinion on, and then it's either an object show character or just an object show.
How about we ask questions that are like, Justin, why did you do this thing that I don't like? Insanity.
From my friend Ian, Justin, are yin and yang siblings?
I mean, they can be perceived that way. I mean, the yin yang is just who they are, right? They're just yin yang. I think they, if you want to see them as siblings, I think that makes sense. They're written like they're siblings, you know. They're definitely written like they are twins. So I think that's a good way to look at it.
Yeah. All right, from Speedy Blue Hedgehog, who is your favorite character to voice?
Goo makes me the happiest to voice. Silver is the easiest to voice. And Knife is my favorite in terms of acting the character, getting inside the character's brain and whatnot, you know? So that's 3 answers for different variations.
Goo is just the embodiment of happiness.
Yeah! Goo actually might be harder on my voice than Knife is. And I don't know how to explain what it does to me, but it takes my entire soul to get that voice out of my mouth.
We got 2 donos, one from Markery and one from Cholsey. Thank both of you.
Thank you!
Hey Justin, can you say in nice voice, hey Markery, you are the coolest person ever.
Alright, I could do that. Hey Markery, you are the coolest person ever!
And from Trollsy, Justin, why did you do that one thing I don't like?
You know, sometimes when you're trying to be a creative on YouTube, you're gonna make mistakes here and there, right? And the last thing I would want to do is do something that you don't like. And it's important to me that you specifically, Cholsey, are satisfied with the things that I'm putting out into the world. I thought it would be a good idea, but it turned out to be a bad idea. And I sometimes can't help that.
From Quagsire Lover, what are your thoughts on the Object Show Challenge to Win?
Oh my gosh, I haven't watched it in a decade. Apologies to all people who are current viewers. I've just not been in that circle in a little bit. But I think it is a blast from start to finish. Let's second go.
All right, from your local gamer, Justin, what did you do on June 17th, 2014 at 5:29 p.m. EST?
You know, I if it was a more recent date, like within the last year or so, I keep a very detailed planner of all the things that I am doing in upcoming days / have done in previous days. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull up exactly June 2014. I could tell you maybe, I know it's meant to be a bit of a silly question, but I'm curious if an II episode was coming out around that time. Okay, so maybe I could narrow it down by that. Okay, so the episode in production at that time for II was Season 2, Episode 7, Everything's AOJ, which I don't really, I'm trying to remember things that happened during that pipeline, because I feel like that was a pretty seamless episode, except for the fact that Brian was having difficulty. Brian was in charge of the music, and he was having difficulty sorting things. So I remember he was putting out he was giving me links to songs and giving me time codes of those songs, and then time codes of where to place them on an editing timeline or something like that. And it was a weird collaborative music effort that had just way too many steps. So that's what I was doing that day I was following Brian's instruction on putting the music together for Everything's AOJ. There you go.
This,
On that
this
exact day at that exact time.
This is the first time a question of this nature has gotten a serious answer.
Well, I figure I might as well say something informative. Even vaguely.
I love this question. Do you play Raid Shadow Legends, the sponsor of this comment?
Nope. I've not yet done any of the things that the Animation Epic channel has had as a sponsor, right? We have Bean Puppy Cat as a sponsor one time, and I love that show. The highly recommended, both on YouTube and Netflix.
From one of my mods, the Boombox. Hey Justin, how far back did you plan the elimination order for III? Did you guys plan it before episode 1, or did you plan it as the season went on? Or do you have no involvement?
This is a really cool question. So, I remember we kind of agreed and said, Adam, you should make an elimination order, and Adam's like, yeah, that's I'll do that. So Adam made a preliminary. It wasn't like 1-to-1 perfect. He made it a preliminary elimination order around the time episode 1 was coming out. So it might not. I don't recall if it was written. It's probably after episode 1 was written, but like before it came out. So things flipped around, right? I think initially Silver got out a lot earlier. Nickel was in the final 3. Balloon and Cabby always made it to the end, even from the beginning plans.
Yeah.
Little things like flip around. Or we'll say like, here is where the rejoin happens, right? But then we say Blueberry or Life Ring or Tea Kettle will rejoin in this spot. You know? And then we'll figure it out later.
Sorry to cut you off, Justin. Sure. Brian Koch in the chat. Thank you so much for showing up, dude.
I want it on the record that it's because of Brian Koch that I got cut off. What am I saying? Anyway, what Brian Koch say?
I was in the NYU summer program and had a laptop that wouldn't let me edit LOL. So I wrote time codes for all the Incompetech tracks I wanted to use for AOJ and gave them to Justin. Ha ha ha.
I shared the link around a little bit, so I'm glad that Brian was able to jump on in.
From Speed Edits, can you say Coco smells in Knife's voice?
It's just a fact of life. Coco smells.
And from Trollsy, as Silver Spoon, subscribe to Trollsy, and he's not a content farm.
Wait, I need to... Okay, you pulled it up. Perfect. Subscribe to Trollsy, as he's not a content farm.
All right. Yes, Green Guy and Joe, we do have some of the II crew here.
It is II Crew Central today. Cheers to that.
Justin, do you like SpongeBob?
Big fan of SpongeBob. I would be able to quote every episode when I was younger. Pretty in and out. I know Brian has that skill as well, who's in the chat. I think for many years I considered it my favorite show, and it still holds a very special place in my heart.
Ooh, I love this one. Voice request, not that one. Voice request for a Silver Spoon. Say you didn't have to cut me off like the music video because Brian cut you off.
You didn't have to cut me off.
Lovely. And Anna, I'm going to bring yours up because I accidentally clicked on yours. I'm sorry about that. Justin, can you say season 2 is coming back in Knife's voice?
All right, everyone. Here's the inside scoop. Season 2 is coming back.
Lovely. All right. Yeah. From my friend Toaster, Justin, can you do a backflip?
No, I wouldn't survive it at all, even a little bit. There would be no remains of me intact. Thank you for your question.
From Circle, can Knife recite the formula of the diameter of a circle?
That is the diameter of a circle. So that's not okay. Not the radius, the diameter. Pi squared over 3. Oh, sorry. Knife's supposed to say it. pi squared over 3, which I know is correct. So don't fact check me.
From Riomations, do you like Skibbity Fiery?
Yes, I think Skibbity Fiery is incredibly important to our culture, our society. Our third synonym for that word. And I'll experience it as soon as I can.
Rio, clip that if you want to. And from your local gamer, in Goo's voice, can you say Skibbity Fiery is cringe?
Yeah, well, I decided that Skibbity Fire is cringe.
Whenever like people in Discord talking about like Skibbity Ohio Riz or whatever, I always just flex on them by saying that I was in Skibbity Fiery 12, which is the most viewed episode, and Carrie himself commented on that one.
No way, the Carrie. We stand Carrie. Whenever people bring up anything relating to Skibbity, my brain goes, I don't know what these words mean, but I'm gonna smile and nod at the same time.
Hello, Miles. Nice to see you here. Thanks for stopping in.
Hello, Miles. Just like I like your little exhale. I like you're reminiscing. Yeah. Good times with Miles.
Me and Miles are actually really close on Discord. Aside from like my friends, the Boombox and Speedy, Miles is the OSC YouTuber that I get along with the most.
Heck,
anyway,
yeah, make those connections, make those friendships.
From Anna to Justin, will you come to Artificial Deluxe's Planet Hoppers streams?
Sure. If I'm invited and the timing works out, I will be there. I like that group of peeps, so I am down for it.
From Brian, there was a point in elementary school that I would recite nearly the entire Life of Crime episode of SpongeBob with a friend every day at lunch. It helps. It's mostly just SpongeBob and Patrick who have lines.
That's true. It makes it easy. I can't do. I wish I could do it now. I feel like if you gave me any SpongeBob line, I could probably tell you the line that comes after it, at least from the first 3 seasons. But I can't do start to finish anymore.
From Toaster, Misc, can I do a backflip? No, I could barely get off the ground.
But would you survive?
No.
Okay, so we're kind of in the same spot on that one. I like the Charmy the Bee icon, Toaster. Good job on that.
I am not athletic.
Yeah, also, I mean we're in the OSC. That's how it goes.
Also from Toaster, speaking of friendship, Justin, do you think that friendship is magic?
Listen, I wouldn't have watched 4 seasons of MLP Friendship is Magic if I didn't think friendship was magic. It is, and it's wonderful.
From Quagsire Lover, Justin, what's your favorite movie?
Oh gosh, I have to pick one. Oh, that's tough. If I have to, like, honestly, for like, okay, I'll give the old one, the old fave and the newer fave. Like, I grew up on Lion King. Lion King was my hecking jam for like my entire life. So I feel like it'd be rude of me to myself to not say that. But like the movie that fills my brain right now, every second of every day, and I constantly want to be rewatching it at all costs, is the new Spider-Verse movie, Across the Spider-Verse. Nice. And nice. I just every single scene is magical in that movie. I'm dazzled.
I have to say, for a while now, I've been like hyper fixated on The Hunger Games.
Oh, good stuff. Yeah, I remember reading the first book like maybe like a year before the movie was first announced. And like trying to get a bunch of people into it. I was so incapable of convincing people to to read that book, and then it became popular and I was like, why didn't you tell me? I'm like, I tried, I really tried. I love those. Catching Fire is definitely my favorite. Yeah. It's a blast.
From Anna Quinteros, to both, did you buy the slide plushies? For me, no, I am a broke boy.
Do we mean the Slice plushies, or am I missing something?
Pretty sure they meant Slice.
Okay, great. I wish I had it in my room. I'd turn on my webcam for a second, but it's in a different room. But I just got Slice in the mail. Yay! Thank you, AD, for making that happen.
If you want to quickly go grab it, go ahead.
Okay. It's gonna be at least 15 seconds. So please sing us a song while I'm gone. BRB.
Oh, all right. You guys are gonna get some Misc singing action requested from Justin. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not, 'cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost in the way, 'cause the drinks bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back you. I hope you guys enjoyed that little singing bit while we wait for Justin to return.
Hello? I'm not on mute, right? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I apologize. That was at least 7 seconds longer than I had anticipated. And I know we're on a tight crunch here. It's a 60-minute show. But the webcam is going on. I am not in my room. As a little note. Look how big the Slice plush is. Like, what a friendly, dapper guy. Hello.
Yeah, I'm not at my house right now. I'm not at my house right now. So if I was, I probably would have brought down my X and Pen plushes, but they're at home.
Say goodbye. Goodbye. My name is Slice. Goodbye. But it says right there, knife. Goodbye.
All right, so we're in the final 9 minutes. So if you guys want to start bringing some more questions on, we're gonna do some rapid fire ones.
These are for the crazy questions. Yeah, go on.
Do you know if OJ will have a new voice actor, or will he become the silent type he was intended to be?
I think if OJ is ever in a spot where he has like a meaty role, or theoretically could have a meaty role in the episode, he probably would have a new voice actor. It depends whether or not we decide to do something big with OJ again, but that would be the case.
There's someone in the chat, a hypercrystal. I'm just gonna quickly check and see, are they the real one? Yep, they have the verified check mark. Hyper, go ahead.
I don't even have the verified check mark.
Let me quickly pull Hyper on. Hyper wants a hi.
Hi, hello, and howdy. Hope you're doing well.
Thanks for coming on to the stream, Hypercrystal. If you want to ask Justin a question, go ahead. We still got some time left.
Hooray!
From Unoriginal Goofer, can you do my order as Silver Spoon? I just want a Happy Meal.
Hello, is this McDonald's? And you can play the person who's there at McDonald's. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is a McDonald's.
Oh, lovely! I've never been to one of these before. I need to make an order for an unoriginal Goofer. Is that acceptable?
Sure.
Yes, I would like one Happy Meal!
Okay, that'll be one Happy Meal.
With extra fries!
Extra fries. Will there be anything else?
How many extra fries is the extra fries?
At least half a scoop.
Half a scoop of fries? Oh, that'll be for me, just for me. And how much was that again?
That will be $3.29.
I don't have that kind of money. I will allow you to be in my will. How's that?
Sir, you're gonna have to actually pay.
I will be taking my meal and running now. So long!
Kathy, can you call 911? We have a runner.
Goofer! I have your little thing! It's happy!
Alright, from Coconut7, can you say a swear in Goo's voice?
Oh, yeah, I have a good one. Ready?
I give you permission.
You frick!
I give you permission.
That
I
was the
give you
word frick, but I
an
understand
actual
that when goo sounds a little like goo, it might sound more like the actual swear.
Which pony out of the main 6 is your favorite?
Rainbow Dash, Rainbow Dash. How's anyone not say Rainbow Dash? She's the fun one.
I did not watch My Little Pony. I'm sorry, I didn't.
Yet, but it's on your
Yeah.
list.
Apparently, it's now on my list. Great.
Congratulations.
Let's see. Any good questions in the chat? Brian's is Twilight Sparkle.
I get it, but like, has she competed in any big flying competitions? Oh shoot, she became an alicorn. What does Rainbow Dash have that Twilight doesn't? Oh. Next question.
Justin, can you please say hi, DVD and Amy in Goose voice, as they are both big fans?
Hi, DVD. Hi, Amy. You're my pals. And that is the voice request.
From Toaster, if both of you can't do a backflip, can you do anything just as cool? For me, I wouldn't say I'm like a master, but I am decent at archery. I can hit a moving target.
Oh, me? I could do some silly voices, and I can make my eyes do that thing where they shake, but I don't like doing that because I'm scared I'm gonna hurt myself.
Justin, just doing silly voices for the internet, that's cool in itself.
Whew, okay, thank you. I really appreciate that. I needed that pick-me-up.
What's your favorite video game?
I'm a Smash Brothers fanatic, baby. I'll play Smash Brothers all day. I'm a big old Bowser main. I'll smash and pash and blash all day.
I'm pretty basic. I go with Minecraft.
Yeah, good stuff.
Okay. If Justin can't do a backflip, can Goo do one?
Yes and no. I mean, if you ask Goo, can you do a backflip? Goo would say yes. If you asked Goo to demonstrate the backflip, he would just kind of like hop an eighth of the inch in the air and assume that he did it. You know what I mean?
And no one would correct him because that would make him sad.
Yeah, I mean that'd be a little rude, right? I mean that's his backflip right there.
I would hate to see Goo cry, not just because it's just heartbreaking, but also it would kind of be like little bits of goo going everywhere. We don't want that.
That's a mess. It's a mess. And there's a clean show right here.
So this question was originally asked by Circle, but Toaster's asking it for him. If you've seen Breaking Bad, who's the best character?
You know, I've always oh gosh, who is the best character? Probably Jesse. I mean, it's hard. It's between Jesse and I'm a big Saul fan. I live for Saul. Saul's really important to me. But Jesse, oh gosh, just makes you want to cry. How do you not say Jesse? Those two right there.
Hot take of the year for me. I did not like Breaking Bad, and that's only because it was crammed down my throat.
Yeah, no, that'll mess up the experience for some people. I just kind of stumbled into it, so like I was just like, whoa, I'm surprised this thing is really good, and I had a great time.
From Brian Koch, if you're such a gamer, then why haven't you watched the Knuckles show? It's been out for a whole day.
Knuckles, like, I'll get to it. Knuckles just isn't my favorite. If they made a Tails show or a Shadow show, yeah, I'm gonna watch day one. But like Knuckles, he's fine. He's fine. Right. He's red. That's your color.
And the final question from today's stream. This one was a dono question. Can you have Knife say coconut is huge Sigma?
I just made a realization. Coconut is huge Sigma.
And it seems we only have a minute left, so chat, we don't really have any more time for any more questions. This is the part of the stream where I wrap it up. Justin, thank you so much for coming on here. It has been an honor to interview you today.
Of course, absolute pleasure. I had a great time here. You have a great chat here. You have a great vibe here, and I'm looking forward to all your future both interviews and the big productions you have in mind.
I hope to do like another interview soon with maybe someone, maybe like Riomations or Cole the Geek or someone of that nature.
Very cool.
I just have to find time for it.
And that time will come, and it will be dazzling. That's a little sliced little thing.
Chat, say goodbye to Justin. Justin, say goodbye to the chat.
Goodbye, chat. I'll miss you.
So, Justin, thanks for coming on, and have a great day.
You too, Misc. Lovely time. So long.
So, chat, that was Justin Chapman. Thank you guys so much for watching this stream. It is probably one of my favorites that I've ever done. If you guys liked this stream, please subscribe. We are closing in on 9,000 subscribers, and I would like to hit 9,000 by the end of May. If we could do that, that would be amazing. And to cap off this stream, I'm going to try and do a flip. Well, that just failed. So, have a good one, guys. I'll see you in the next stream.